Hello everyone with the channel. So today I'll be doing a commander guide on Ornn. So with that, let's get straight into this. Okay, first things first, let's go into his skills. So, as you can see right off the bat, he has the Durin's Blood skill. This is a very common skill for dwarves. I believe every dwarf but Thorin has it. I believe his is a little bit modified other than Durin's Blood, but it is still a similar skill. Really. So his top R1 is Cleric. Focus of self and one allied commander plus 20 modified by command stat. Focus to self, it could go to your damage dealer and then be completely useless. Not the greatest. Then at level 5, commander initiative plus 5, and then at level 10, unit and commander attack plus 3. Then we have his bottom R1 skill. It restores 420% HP to the commander's formation units once. Fires off in round 3, 6, and 9. Then it is modified by focus stat 84% at max for 100 focus. Then level 5 also purifies 1 debuff. Level 10 unit defense plus 10. Then Durin's Blood. Just about everybody knows exactly what the skill does. 700% physical damage, once to 2 enemy formations, and then level 5, and additional skill damage, plus 10% for 3 rounds, and then 10 5 commander attack. Then Dwarf Warrior. So, the defense of dwarf units in commander's formation plus 40 effect will eventually decrease, will gradually decrease over 6 rounds. And level 5 stat increase effect modified by defense stat. This is commander defense, not unit defense. Commander defense is probably one of the worst skills and probably one of the most useless skills or stats, ever. At least in my opinion. And then at level 10, unit HP plus 10. So yes. So with the skill order that you're going to want to use, you're going to want to, I would probably say, max out his bottom R1 skill, then go into Dwarf Warrior. Just because I'd prefer to run him as a healer with a little bit of extra defense for his units. Also, this is a self-heal, so we almost sort of like a unit support slash tank. But yes, he'd probably want to be a unit support. Yes, so or he is a unit support commander. So yeah, with that, so pretty much max out position, go into Dwarf Warrior. Then after that, you can decide to either go points into Cleric or Durin's Blood. Or if you're using dwarf units, you can put them into Bloodline. So let's go over his Relic, the Axe of the Cleric. So, as pretty much every Relic, it gives command, or for unit support, unit attack, tank, whatever. It gives command, and then unit commander attack, commander defense, and then unit defense. Then its skill. Okay, never mind. So at max refined, from round 4 onward, dwarf ranged units in the commander's formation have 100% chance to deal maximum damage each round. Well, okay, that's good for ranged units, so someone like your axe throwers, so they can also get the bloodline effect in, because that would put maximum damage, and then you get the bloodline, you get the extra attack in there. It could be very nice. But yes, so I'd say his Relic isn't worth refining just because it's not a significant source of damage. Or it's not a significant increase of troop damage. But that is just me personally. So let's go into his outfits. He has one, and pretty much, as always, It looks cooler, and if you got it, use it. Strike fear into the heart of your enemies with your green caped Ori. But yeah, so then let's go. Then let's look at how other people are running their Ori. Let's go to your Spitfire Plus. Let's look at this one first. So this one is 9, R9 Ori. He is going to his bottom R1 and then R4. He is running some sort of unit defense with some focus mixed in. Yes, also he does have a little bit of commander defense, which I personally do not think is really worth running on him, but I don't run Ori and I could be mistaken. Yes, that's the first Ori. And let's get this mythic Ori down here. So this one, again, is running a little bit of focus and commander defense with mainly unit attack. So yes, very nice. And again, running his R1 bottom and then his R4. With extra points going into Durin's Blood, just to get a little bit of extra damage. But yes. Then let's look at this Ori. So this one looks to be going a full unit attack. Just about with a little bit, a bonus like 35 commander defense. So, R10 Ori going into his R1, or bottom R1, and then his R4. Again, very nice. Got the upkeep to extra, do a little bit, I think it's 8%. Sorry, oh wow, it's 3% now. 3% recovery. To boost that a little bit with a 352 command, which would also should buff about 61%. But yes, you get about 20 every 100, I believe. Yes, so I'm gonna look at one more. I'm not going to show this one just because. Yes, this is another unit attack one. Another unit attack Ori with 330. So again with the bottom R1 and then the R4 with extra points into Durin's Blood. I will show this one just as a little bit. So he's running him as a half damage dealer. I don't really get why he has these two pieces on. Or just because he doesn't have a damage skill. Yes, he has Durin's Blood, but he's not going to be able to get his attack up high enough, or he only has one damage skill. He's not going to be able to do very much damage. Ori is not a damage dealer whatsoever. He is a troop support commander. But yes. So, that's it for other people's Ori. So, now I'm going to go through his stats and the gear you are going to want to use with him. And then what set effects you'd want on that gear. So, first, you can see his damage is insanely low, which is also another indicator that he is not a damage dealer. It is a 9-10 high. So, then his 8 HP's 750, command 34. Commander attack is 18, defense 16, focus 18, and then initiative. Yeah, initiative. I don't know why I thought that was initiative. And then his initiative is 12. So, I'm going to go through purple gear first. So, the purple gear that you're going to want to run on Ori is the Cutlass, the Superior Halberd, the Horseman's Helm, and then the Drums of Moria to get that extra command and unit defense in. And then for the gold gear, you're going to want to run the Reckoning, the High Elf Holbrook, the Cast of the Submerged Isle, and then you are going to either want to run the Defender of the Mountain or the Silver Harp. Either one would be okay. The set effects that you would want to run with Ori would be a Divide and Conquer, Fortitude, or a mix of Divide and Conquer, or Fortitude, or if I can talk, or a mix of Divide and Conquer and Fortitude. So a 2-piece set of Divide and Conquer and a 2-piece set of Fortitude. So the troops that you are going to want to run on him. So his relic buffs ranged troops. So in my number 1 spot, I'd put the axe throwers. Second would probably be ram riders, and then guardians tied up. Ram, just to keep his dwarf units just for the bloodline. Yes. Also his dwarf warrior defense only works for dwarfs, so you're not going to really want to put, say, March Wardens on him just to try and get that extra bonus attack. Ori is by no means a commander a free-to-play or low spender should be focusing on. Please subscribe. I will be coming out with more Lord of the Rings commanders, well, good side commanders, commander guides. I do make Lord of the Rings Rise to War content consistently, but yes. So, as you guys all know, play hard, have fun, and I'll see you on the next